I'm going to skip all the filler and cut right to the chase. I made a mistake. A big mistake. So earlier this week, I discovered that I did something to Gladiator while building it that revealed a bunch of important information. Instead of beating around the bush, I'm just going to get right into the list of things that happened to Gladiator in the last few days, starting with the most impactful, which is number 1. Remember when I said, part 2 will be coming soon, but it's temporarily on hold after my motherboard died? And the biggest snag of them all, my motherboard died. Well, I may have been wrong about that. What do I mean? Basically what happened is that the point in time in which my motherboard stopped turning on was directly after my initial Windows installation to the hard drive performed a hard shutdown on the entire system. From that point on, I couldn't jump the pins to kickstart the motherboard. I even tried jumping the PSU itself, but the system would not power on. Want to take a wild guess as to why it happened? Yep, I was jumping the wrong pins. So how did I figure this out? Well, I came across this issue because I was getting annoyed that the power button on the Ultra Gladiator case didn't seem to be working. Check out this clip of Gladiator starting up. Seems legit, right? Well, it turns out that server motherboards actually have a feature that automatically triggers a power on as soon as the board receives power from the wall. I'm guessing that this is to reduce downtime in case of a power loss in a server situation, which makes sense. So basically the power button didn't actually turn on the system. My timing was just super lucky. So I decided to open up the manual and found this page. The moral of the story, read the manual. I rewired my power and reset connectors on the motherboard, and a slew of other things were fixed as well. Which leads me to point number 2, RAM. I'm really glad I didn't discard the last few sticks of RAM that I was convinced were duds, because after rearranging the front panel connectors, I decided to just go ahead and reseat a few of the sticks of RAM that I had, and I noticed that they were triggering errors before, so I knew which ones to target, and voila! All 48 gigs of RAM are now showing on Gladiator as well, which is sweet since that adds about $8 to $10 of value back into the system, and obvious performance and video editing perks. It's all about that price to performance dough. Finally, the other annoying thing that came up this week, number 3, my PSU. That awful noise that you just heard was the sound of my 750 watt EVGA semi-modular power supply when my system is under full load. To make sure I wasn't crazy, I reset the system, which temporarily caused my power supply to stop making my ears bleed, and then I ran Heaven Benchmark along with rendering a video, and lo and behold, after a few minutes of load, it started again. I even tried loosening the screws on the case to make sure it wasn't some sort of weird vibration issue, and you can imagine on top of the noise of that 3-pin CPU fan issue I'm having, this was too much to bear. And I'm not a stickler for noise either. I've always used 3-pin fans since my first ever gaming bill, and they run at full load, which can be really loud. Thankfully, a quick call to EVGA had them shipping an RMA within a week. And here's what that looked like. Thankfully, although the PSU replacement appeared to be used, I trust EVGA's customer support, so I unboxed that bad boy, swapped out my old PSU, tried to adjust some of the cable management, and tested out the system again. I also packaged up the old PSU and sent it on its merry way back to EVGA. I'm pretty sure it was just a simple fan issue, but it wasn't worth the potential loss if I opened it up and tried to fix it myself, so I'm positive they'll fix it up within a few minutes and it will be someone else's RMA. That's just how it is, folks. I was pleased to find out that after my testing was done, the noise was gone. In fact, you can see that the system right now is running Heaven in the background with no additional fan noise from the power supply. But if you want to see the results of this Heaven benchmark, you're going to have to wait until part 3 of Gladiator coming in a few weeks, which is going to be awesome. And again, I'm just waiting until the next few weekends. I think it's next weekend from now, which is Black Friday weekend, to buy a webcam for some live benchmarking and also some additional games that will come in handy for all of the gaming tests. Some other videos coming soon to the channel are going to be unboxing all of the newest tech that I get for Black Friday, including this, which is for an upcoming budget build for the end of 2016, which is going to be super cheap and awesome, so look out for that. Also, I'll be testing out what the best bang for buck thermal paste is between these three thermal pastes, which are the Cooler Master that comes with the Hyper 212s, the infamous Arctic Silver 5, and also this giant syringe thing of Arctic MX4, which some of our other favorite tech tubers use as well. Also, this channel is already on its way to 200 subscribers, which is mind-boggling and exciting. But if you haven't entered my 100 subscriber giveaway of Rocket League and CSGO, go and do that now. Here. Thanks again for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, or if you like cake, because who doesn't like cake? Also, subscribe for more tech content such as this, and check out my Gladiator build if you haven't already, which this video probably didn't make much sense otherwise. I also made a Discord chat, which has been really fun so far, and I've already played a few games with some other tech tubers and also viewers on Steam, and we used the voice chat to arrange that and also to communicate while we played. The link for that is below. But the easiest way to contact me is probably Twitter, so follow me there as well at _comptv. Oh, and I'm Lee from comptv. Coming soon are going to be unboxing all of the newest tech that I'm getting for Back Friday.